Odell Beckham just signed a 1-year, $15 million deal with up to $3 million in incentives with the Baltimore Ravens. And this is at least something. I mean, he's going to slot in as the wide receiver 1 or 2 for Baltimore alongside Rashad Bateman, who historically gets between 20 and 22% target share. And we saw Odell Beckham back in 2021 when he was on the Rams, average 13.5 PPR fantasy points per game from week 12 all the way through the Super Bowl. And that's including the game where he tore his ACL, the Super Bowl where, he was on fire. So he had played well enough to be, a wide receiver 3 consideration. His PFF receiving grade was wide receiver 35 out of over 100 wide receivers, through the 2021 season. But he was wide receiver 52 out of 102 wide receivers in yards per route run. So what that means is that there is a lower floor for what once was an elite wide receiver in Odell Beckham. I anticipate that Beckham is going to rise significantly from his wide receiver 57 ADP on Underdog and is going to settle in that early wide receiver 40s, so wide receiver 40 to 42, and I think that's the appropriate price. If he gets into the wide receiver 30s, then that's a problem, because right now Rashad Bateman is wide receiver 43 in Underdog ADP. So that's where I think Odell Beckham should settle. I think he's fine taking it 7%, 8%. I would not go hog wild. Obviously, the quarterback situation is not settled with the Baltimore Ravens, but it's clear, Odell has commanded target shares in the past, and the Baltimore Ravens have struggled with that wide receiver 2 position, the wide receiver 1 position. I don't think this really moves Mark Andrews. But it doesn't help the ceiling games. Mark Andrews could access ceiling games because there was only really Rashad Bateman and no one else. But I think Mark Andrews will still settle in as, tight end 3, tight end 4, in ADP. But now he just isn't going to access the type of ceilings that we would anticipate, him having if it was just Bateman at wide receiver 1. So that's my couple cents about this Odell Beckham signing. At least we see a good enough landing spot where there is plenty of target share to go around. We'll see if there's enough passing volume and who will be the quarterback for the Ravens come fall 2023.